All right, Marv, we getting ready to get set to go ahead and take care of this review. I'm excited. Come on, man. I know you excited too, man. You ready? Marv? Marv, where you at, man? Yo, I'm here. Dude, where were you? I just went to visit another plane of existence. It was actually pretty fun. You should come with me next time. I don't think I should. What's up, family? FallenMarvel here with a special review for you guys. This is actually the first review I've done for an anime that I've actually saw in theaters. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. More like resurrection of an entire series. It has been a trip to see how popular the series has been getting again the last couple years. Like, I'm actually really surprised. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this review, Marv. Right behind you, FM. So it's safe to say that Resurrection F takes place probably about a year or so after Battle of the Gods, which I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed, especially after watching the uncut version. And I watched it, I think, about a couple months ago, and I have to say that I really thoroughly enjoyed that movie. That being said, I kind of came into watching this movie with a little bit of hype, so I couldn't really wait to see what Frieza was going to pull out and just see what was going to go down. So let's go ahead and get into the details, and I promise I won't spoil anything. So if you've seen the trailers, a bunch of Frieza's minions that were still hanging around decided to try to gather the Dragon Balls to resurrect Frieza, and Frieza basically came back, and basically from that point all hell breaks loose. Some time goes by, the gang has to get together, figure out what to do, and try to take Frieza down. Now, what I found interesting is that we got introduced to a new character by the name of Jaco, who's a part of like the Galactic Police Force or whatever the case may be. So he's there to see Bulma, to let them know that stuff is going down with Frieza, and all I have to say is that he was a very entertaining character. I gotta say, I was really kind of worried at first, but like the guy literally had me laughing a lot of the time when he showed up. The dude was funny. Speaking of comedy, this movie was packed full of it. A lot of it was very well timed and entertaining. I had a blast, and it was just really, really entertaining. And the action in this movie was really good and really well animated. I was actually impressed at how they did it in Battle of the Gods, even though we really didn't get that much because it was more story driven. But this one had a lot more action in it compared to Battle of the Gods, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be happy about. I was actually really glad for that we didn't have to look at the same 2 or 3 animations while they was fighting to transition to like a visible explosion in the sky. That was always irritating to me. I guess it depends on how you look at it, because you watch the original series, I mean, most of the fights were like that, but because it was Dragon Ball, you know, we had fun with it. I mean, what can you say? I'm still sticking to my opinion. Now, all I have to say is that there's some continuity error in this movie, which isn't really big, but considering that this is Dragon Ball, like, continuity hasn't exactly been its strong suit, but it's not as bad when comparing it to, say, a lot of plot holes that there were in, like, the actual show, and you know there were plenty of them. Yeah, I could never wrap my head around the whole Future Trunks arc, which were full of plot holes between that up until the Cell Saga, but hey, you know, whatever, is Dragon Ball. So the cool thing we get a chance to see is Vegeta and Goku training with Whis, who you remember is Lord Beerus's, I guess you can call him his caretaker of sorts. Basically was training them on their God world or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if they ever given it a name. If they did, I don't remember. Hey, sue me. Don't feel bad, I don't remember either, but hey, you supposed to be like remembering all this stuff, so hey, I still blame you. Marv, enough. You can't handle it. Can't handle the truth. Only reason why I can say that they are training is to probably understand that God status that Goku was able to reach in the previous movie. And of course, Vegeta being who he is, he doesn't want to get left behind either, so it was like, I'm pretty sure whatever the scenario was, it was like, if Kakarot is going to train, I'm going with him too. Nah, that was my best Vegeta impression. FM, just stick to speaking. Oh, like you can do any better. You got my same voice. So everything leads up to Frieza and his hordes coming to Earth, starting all kinds of trouble, and then we get the Z Fighters minus Yamcha and Chaozu. The funny thing about that is that in the theaters when Tien came along and said that he left Yamcha and Chaozu at home, Literally almost everybody in the theater applauded when they left them at home. That is hilarious considering those two got the worst track record in the whole entire series. The only thing I can say is that it's kind of funny considering that they left those two out, but Master Roshi was a part of the fight. If you see in the trailers, you knew he was going to be a part of the fight. And it was kind of cool to see him actually kind of go all out and fight, but you got to think about it, he hasn't exactly been really relevant since the end of Dragon Ball. You know Yamcha is at least stronger than Roshi, but then again, that track record. Yeah, more than likely, I probably would have put my money on Roshi going up against Yamcha anyway, so either way, I think we gotta win. So things get kicked off, everybody is putting in work, and all this stuff is happening, and eventually, you know, it's leading up to the climactic battle between Goku and Frieza once again. And I have to say that scene was really cool. Like, I mean, we got to see Tien put in work, we got to see Krillin put in work, Master Roshi put in work, the new guy Jaco puts in work, and of course Piccolo and Gohan get into it. But I have to say that I am feeling a certain way about how they've done Gohan. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably not surprised at how they did Gohan, but it's just sad to see that, you know, Gohan has once again been demoted to third tier fighter. Now I will give it some credit in saying that of course we know Gohan at heart isn't really a fighter. He just fights when he has to. So obviously if he doesn't really feel he needs to fight, he won't. He's settled in the family life and all that other stuff. But given the fact that he doesn't train or fight anymore, basically has severely depowered him from what we knew him to be when Goku fought against Majin Buu at the end of the Z. And you will discover how depowered he is when you see the movie. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. It's been done, whatever. Let's get on to the good stuff. So Goku and Vegeta arrive, and then the fight between Goku and Frieza takes place. And I have to say the beginning fight was awesome. And it just kind of shows just like how much these characters have improved leading up to this fight. Things happen, Goku gets upper hand, Frieza says the hell with it, I'm going to go into my final form, and here we go, bam, here we go, Gold Frieza, then here we go, Goku, God form. They fight, it's crazy, Vegeta's being impatient, and man, ugh. Come on, continue, man, get your composure back. No, I'm good, I'm good. It's just some funny things happen when it pertains to Goku and Vegeta while he was fighting Frieza, and Vegeta's getting impatient because he wants a piece too. But overall, their final fight, it's really good. Like I said, I had no qualms about the action at all. It was really cool. It was crisp. The animations looked really nice, and the voice acting was really good. Like, I really like the fact that they did get another actor to play Frieza. Like, I know they already had him do Frieza's voice over like the last year or two, maybe. I'm not sure how long it's been. I'm just glad they got the guy doing his voice, because I think this one fits more, because instead of sounding just like feminine and evil, because I know it was a female actress that did his voice in the show, I'm just glad they got this guy, because now he just seems more like a pompous ass. Pretty much everybody was able to put it down, and it was a very, very enjoyable movie. But I did kind of have a gripe with the way it ended, and I will not spoil it or anything like that. It wasn't the worst ending, but I guess depending on what your point of view is, you would think that maybe it should have gone a different way. So to give this movie a score, I think I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Now, in comparison to Battle of the Gods, action-wise, it definitely excels beyond Battle of the Gods. But I think like as a whole feature, I think we're gonna have to get that to the previous entry. I totally recommend it. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, I say go see it. You're gonna enjoy it, because I enjoyed it, and I've been a Z fan since the late 90s in the Toonami days. Not to mention that you're currently a revitalized fan. Yeah, I'm gonna admit, I kind of was done with Dragon Ball Z for quite a while. I was on like a 7-year hiatus. So guys, that is my review on Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys seen it, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments section. So go ahead, like, subscribe, all those wonderful things. And remember to follow my advice until the next video to go nerd, but nerd responsibly. I'm FallenMarvel, and I'm the Marv, and we're out.